this is not about equality. You can have your equality. If you want to be the same as everyone else, you can do that. I'm happy for you. But average, that's not okay with me. Life ain't fair. The jungle ain't fair, baby. There is a food chain for a reason. Do you want to be on the bottom of the food chain or the top? Because I know where I want to be. And welcome back to your favorite channel on YouTube, Cult Strength. Now this better be your favorite channel because you know, if it's not, it's definitely your mum's favorite. So you know what to do. Now today, I'm going to do some shoulders and arms. We'll start the session, heavy compound movement, seated overhead barbell press. And then I'll move on maybe to some dumbbell pressing, maybe some machine pressing. And then it's pump city, baby. Lateral raises, arms, triceps, biceps, you name it, maybe some rear delts too. It's going to be a fucking big one. And I want to talk you through the session a little more, make it a bit more personal. I'm all alone in the gym today, probably because it's so hot and I'm probably the sickest one here. But hey, opportunity guys, so I'll turn the music off because usually the reason that I can't talk to you guys more on here is because there's music playing in the gym. When there's people training here, got to have music on, but that'll get me copyrighted and probably thrown off YouTube. So today I'll train with the music off and we'll chat more because I want to explain to you guys, I guess, more about what I'm doing and hopefully we can connect more and hopefully you can learn more. That's what this is about. So I hope you enjoy this. I'm going to chuck the fan back on now because it's off. It is hot as fuck. I'm dying. Let's go, baby. All right, baby. Set one. Let's go. So with these, I tend to use a fairly close grip. Now, I've spoken about it a little before, but I've had a shoulder reconstruction. I've broken the shoulder since. It's been a bit of a mess. I hurt this shoulder before I started powerlifting, so I've always had to work around it. I find going wide with, barbell movements, especially overhead, it's just not good. It's very uncomfortable and very weak in an externally rotated position under big load. So bring my hands in a bit, makes it a little bit easier, a little less painful, maybe a little more difficult for me, but that's the trade-off. I'd still rather do it. The thumbless grip, that sort of helps as well. So if you're struggling with, mobility, overhead press or a barbell press, taking the thumb off the bar helps a little bit. And with the range of motion, I'm not necessarily trying to bring the barbell down to my chest or my collarbone. I'm just trying to get it below my chin, and so my elbows, are breaking 90 degrees. I think that's key. You can bring it all the way down, but with this movement, there's a lot more risk that comes with that. And I don't neglect the range of motion. I make up for that with the dumbbell pressing because I can manipulate, position on my elbows and my wrists a little better instead of being locked into a barbell and being forced through that range of motion, which is a no-go zone for me. So I make it up with the dumbbells, and if that's you, don't neglect the range of motion. It's important to still take your joints through a full range, but don't force it, especially once you're locked in with a barbell. That's how you get hurt. But 100 kilos, feeling pretty good. Move on to 120 next. Let's go, baby. so it's my last warm-up, I think, with these. 135 kilos on the bar. Last week was my first week doing these, 140 for 5. So my goal is to progress from that somehow. So I'll gauge it off this warm-up. I find overhead a weird thing, like I don't do it that often, so it generally feels pretty hard. But sometimes it just moves, so we'll see how we go. 135 kilos, final warm-up, let's fucking go. Pretty easy. Just chuck 145 on and aim for 4 to 5 reps. That would be progression, you know. And then I'll get a punch up, back down, work in. You know, that's where I put the money in the bank, baby. Whew. Let's go. All right, so about to crack on to my top set. 145 kilos on the bar. You know, I've got some music for this set. I mean, I need some fucking tunes. It doesn't feel fantastic, I'll be honest with you, but as I said, it's extremely hard to gauge, because even the days when this is strong, it still feels like shit. And that's mainly because I deal with a lot of discomfort through my shoulder. You know, even on the best of days, there's still a lot of discomfort, but I still like doing it sometimes. So, fuck it, let's put some fucking loud music on and drown out that fucking pain. Let's go, baby. Fucking 3 reps, feels shit, but it could have been out of the groove, so fuck it, I'll try again, give myself a bit of a break, and I'll come back and get a little more aggressive with it if I can, because that pisses me off. Fuck you! Alright, so I've taken about 6 or 7 minutes, and I've been fucking having a good fucking talk to myself. And I'm ready for round 2. I just gotta beat 3. Just gotta beat 3. Just gotta do better than the fucking last one. I'm fucking better than that, and I fucking know it, and I'm pissed. Let's fucking go. Hey, sometimes you just gotta be fucking real with yourself and fucking call it as you see it. And I was being a fucking bitch, and that wasn't good enough. 5 reps, 145, I was capable from the beginning, but I had to get into gear. But that's okay, because we got it done. It's not okay to walk away when you know you're capable. And I fucking knew it today. You've been there before, you've missed a lift and you're like, that's pathetic. It's fucking there. You don't walk away from that shit. You go back and you fucking dominate. That's what we do. I know I said that the last set was my last heavy set, but you know me, always fucking around. That was hard. My life, it almost flashed before my eyes, but that's okay. We got there. 150 for a triple after 2 sets at 145. So I've built some fatigue, but I also built some confidence. Now, whether that confidence was warranted or not, or whether it was like a drunken advance where you just have no inhibitions, it served its purpose, you know? Got to see what you're made of sometimes. Was it perfect? No. Did it feel good? No. But it was more than my last set. Got it for a triple, and that sets me up for next week. You know, my goal next week is 150 on the bar, and all I've got to do is beat 3 reps now. And I reckon I can do that. So, again, each week, inching up further and further, brick by fucking brick, until that temple is fucking 1,000 feet tall. And, you know, that's what it is, baby. We're building our temple, brick by brick, from the fucking bottom to the top, from hell to heaven, baby. Whatever you want to call it, that's what we do. Now it's time to work. Let's go. That is the overhead press done with the barbell. It's at 145 for 3, 145 for 5, 150 for 3, and 125 for 2 by 8. It's a fair bit of work, and I'm pretty fucking happy with that. But now it's time to go and burn these babies out. Get a serious pump, you know. I think I'm gonna hit the machine and get some sets in over there. We'll chat in a sec. All right, baby, I'm on the pin press. I'm gonna get 3 drop sets in, you know, increasing in intensity each set. That last set's gonna be until absolute failure, until I have fucking nothing left, until I am a trembling fucking mess. That's the goal, and then I'm gonna move on to some more shoulder work and then some arms, you know, but those heavy compounds are done. Now it's time to just fucking jack these shoulders up. So I want a big fucking bench. I want a big upper body, you know. And if you want a big fucking bench, I mean, you want a monster bench, you gotta be strong on all angles. You know, it's practical to be strong on all angles. Don't neglect anything. Don't have these big glaring weaknesses. You know, I think that's important. So I'm gonna crack into this now, blow these fucking shoulders up. Let's go, baby. All right, so it's my third and final set on this, and I'm probably gonna add the third drop, in this set to take my shoulders, beyond failure to the point where I can't even lift, 4 or 5 of these plates on this machine until I'm reduced to nothing, until I'm absolutely torn down, because we cannot build up stronger unless we tear down the existing foundations. And that is what every fucking session is. Every time we come in this fucking gym, we are ripping down the foundations and the things that hold us back to make room for growth and to make room for the new foundation that we set each and every time we walk in here. We are aiming to improve each and every single time we walk in here. We are not coming in here to stay the same. We are coming in here to make sure we are better each and every fucking day. This is not about equality. You can have your equality. If you want to be the same as everyone else, you can do that. I'm fucking happy for you. But average, that's not okay with me. Life ain't fair. The jungle ain't fucking fair, baby. There is a fucking food chain for a reason. Do you want to be on the bottom of the fucking food chain or the top? Because I know where I fucking want to be, and I know where I belong. And you know how you fucking get there, motherfucker? You gotta eat, you gotta get big, and you gotta get fucking strong. You gotta dominate. Every single fucking day, you fucking dominate. This day is yours. What will you fucking make of it? Because I know what I'm making of mine. I'm getting to motherfucking work, because this is what I fucking do, and this is what I fucking love, and I will leave it here every single fucking time. Haha, let's go, baby. Well, the pressing is done. You're gonna move on to some lateral raises and some, I guess you can call it a reverse bench press, but essentially it's a face pull whilst lying down on a bench. I guess you say the reason I'm doing this is, yes, I'm hitting the rear delt, which is a very hard area to isolate sometimes if you're just doing pressing and things like that. So I'm gonna do some rear delt focused face pulls, but also on the bench, I think of it as, that reverse movement of a bench press. Instead of pressing, I'm pulling down, but I'm still essentially trying to get my shoulder blades and shoulders to behave in the same way as I would in a bench press. So it looks like a reverse bench press. And that is an excellent way to strengthen the muscles and the smaller muscles you need for stability in the shoulder with the bench press. Go figure. So it's an interesting technique and tactic you can use to develop and create stability through the shoulder joint and strength through the rear delts and the smaller muscles that people tend to neglect. So go ahead and get these in now. I'll put them together, I'll pair them, and then I'm gonna finish off with some arms. So let's fucking go, baby. And forgive me for the fucking high exposure on these fucking down lights. They get pretty serious sometimes, but it is what it is. So yeah, I'm just finishing up with arms now. Obviously did 3 sets of the lateral raises as well with the reverse face pull or reverse bench press. So I'm gonna hammer out 5 sets of biceps, 5 sets of triceps. I'll probably drop set each one of those sets. So essentially that's 10 sets of each, just because I've been training for fucking ages already. It's a big session, so we'll just pump these out and get on with it. Let's go, baby. And that is the session done. Overhead press, obviously working up to that 145 for a set of 5, plus that cheeky bonus round, 150 for 3. And obviously, it's good to overcome obstacles. It wasn't a good day to start with, you know, but we make the most of it. We dig in deep and we get it done. And obviously, if I can destroyed my shoulders after that with some drop sets, some lateral raises, and some rear delt work, followed by a bit of arms. I'm going to be doing more arms tomorrow anyway, higher frequency. So that was around 5 drop sets, triceps, 5 drop sets of biceps. I'll probably do the same tomorrow. So I think my arms respond better to frequency with relatively high volume in the session anyway. It seems to be successful so far, you know. But with the overhead press, I'll give myself another 2 or 3 weeks before it feels comfortable. It's one of those movements, again, you've got to get familiar with it. The bar path is extremely different to a bench press as well. That's what I struggle with the most. It's not so much the weight, it's keeping it in the groove. When you're out of the groove, fuck, it feels a lot harder than it should be. But that's part of the learning process. Obviously, it's something that I'm not that practiced with, as it's not part of my sport. So obviously, as I said, the more I do it, the better it will get, and it should get better a lot quicker. So I'm looking forward to that because it's hard work at the moment. But until fucking next time, you dirty dogs, go to the fucking gym, stop being a bitch.